Hey guys, and welcome back to the Abby Diaries. Now, everyone, I was gonna say now people who maybe follow me, people who like Friends, it doesn't matter. Everyone who's not living under a rock probably knows that there is a Friends reunion which airs today. Now, Friends is an iconic show for so many reasons, and it is one of my favorite shows because it is so just everything. They just don't make shows like that anymore. And for anyone who follows me on my blog, which should be all of you guys, because if you don't, why not? Please do go give it a follow below. The link is below, so do give that a follow. As always, the links are always below. But yeah, I would love a follow. I would love you guys to go check out the Friends post that I'm talking about. I love posting facts. So every month, I'm a fact person, not in a maybe in a nerdy way, who knows. I just love facts. I love Googling everything. I literally use Google like countless times a day. Google's like my best friend. Honestly, I Google everything. But I love facts. I love facts of all sorts. But I especially love facts about my favorite TV shows, my favorite movies, all of that stuff. So I've recently started doing a monthly fun facts roundup. So they're based on my favorite shows. There's the Gilmore Girls. There's The Office that will be coming up soon. There's Big Time Rush. There's This Is Us. There's so many fun facts. And last month I did one on Friends. Now I did that before they announced when the reunion would air. So I didn't realize that I was literally posting it, and then 2 days later they were announcing that the reunion is airing on the 27th of May. So in order to celebrate properly, I thought I would do a vlog sharing the fun facts about Friends. They're not going to be the same facts as the blogs, because I know I have people who read the blog and watch this, my faves. But they are other facts. Some will be crossover, but mostly they're new facts, because there are so many fun facts about the show. I mean, 10 years worth of one of the best shows ever. So there's going to be heaps of facts. So I had to really, really narrow it down to get to those top 20 that I put on my blog. So here are the facts that you didn't get to hear. I'm going to share some more with you. And again, I had to narrow it down a little bit. There's so many more cool facts. But these are the ones that I thought that are quite rare, that people may not have heard of. So here we go. The first one, we are starting off with Gunther. Gunther, not one of the main characters, one of the key characters, but not one of the main ones, not one of the main six. We're starting off with him. He was a barista in real life before he auditioned, well, while he was auditioning for this show. And then coincidentally, or for a reason, they put him as a barista on the show. The day before the first scene that he had to film, he let his hairdresser friend dye his hair, well, bleach his hair blonde, because he thought, you know what, I'm not a main character anyway. It's not like anyone's going to know it, so it's not going to make a big difference. Little did he know that he would become one of the key characters on the show, and that he would have to continue to bleach his hair pretty much every day for the next 10 years. That is commitment. That's like Ariana Grande. That's what she had to do on Victorious with her red hair as well. Side note. Second fact, another key character who's not a main character, Janice. We love Janice. I hate to say this, but I have now accepted the fact that I think I'm more Janice than I am any of the other girls. You know, you're always like, I'm Rachel, I'm this. I'm very Monica, but I think I'm very Janice too. We've got to accept it, guys. We've got to accept it. So Janice was so iconic that when she started coming back, you know, her surprise entrances when they were like, they suddenly should appear on the screen and you'd hear all the gasping. That live audience gasping was real. They used to hide her away until the very last moment in order to get genuine reactions and in order to surprise the audience. So all those gasps that you hear, all those moments are completely real. They'd hide her away completely until the scene aired, which could take all day, but she had to stay hidden away completely. Fact number 3, Joey. So Matt LeBlanc, he didn't have a lot of money when he auditioned for the show. He had about $11 left in his bank account. And so winning the show was like winning the lottery for him. Monica, so Courtney Cox, she was the most famous at the time. She'd been in a Bruce Springsteen music video, she'd been in a few adverts. So she was quite well known and quite famous. So she was the most famous. The others were pretty much unknown. Pretty much, like, nobody really knew who they were. They were all very, very new to the scene, and that includes Matt LeBlanc, who had about $11 to his name. By the end, though, arguably Jennifer Aniston became the most famous because she had lots of movie deals, and she almost left the show before season 10 aired because she just wasn't sure if there was any more that Rachel could give, and she had offers for so many other movies. But thankfully, her love for the show and the cast and the crew, everyone convinced her to stay, so that is why we have season 10 as well. The song, the theme song, I'll Be There For You by The Remembrance, was actually co-written by the writers of the show. So David and Marta both co-wrote the song. Another fun fact to do with the song and the opening sequence is that the fountain scene that you see at the beginning for all 10 years was filmed around 4 a.m. in the freezing cold, and everyone was quite tired and cold, but they also, as Matthew Perry said in an interview, they knew that this was something new, something exciting. They weren't sure it was going to be successful, but they were excited, so it made it even more fun. Even though it was cold and it was tiring, they had a lot of fun shooting that opening sequence. Another fact that you may not know is that a lot of now famous people auditioned to play the main six. Sue, you know Sue, Coach Sue from Glee, who also played Sam's mom on iCarly, but Jane Lynch, she auditioned to play Phoebe and didn't get the role. Rumour has it Ellen DeGeneres also auditioned to play Phoebe, though she's never actually confirmed that. Other people who auditioned to play main roles include Hank Azaria. The writers loved him so much that they ended up writing him in as David, Phoebe's partner David, in a few of the seasons. And there are so many more people that auditioned to play the main six, but we're so glad that these six ended up staying. Writers actually wanted Courtney Cox to play Rachel, but she thought Monica was a bit more up her street. NBC, who was the main channel for Friends, they wanted an extra person as part of the main six. They wanted someone to appeal to an older audience. So they wanted somebody who was a bit older, a bit more wiser, kind of leading the group. They had ideas for someone called Pat the cop. They had an idea for Joe, the coffee worker, or something along those lines. But in the end, the writers just knew that this wouldn't work. So they promised to make the parents of the main six quite important characters on the show. And also they promised to have guests who were a bit older. And with that promise, the show continued as it was, which is why we see a lot of Monica and Ross's parents. We see quite a few older characters as well because of this. A lot of you may know, and this was on my blog as well, originally had a bunch of different names before they finally stuck with Friends, pure and simple. And I think that was the best way to go. Final fact that I'm going to leave you guys with is that nobody knew how successful this show would be, and nobody could have anticipated the impact that it had. At the start, they had so many budget cuts that certain episodes would just be filmed in one place, like the one where no one's ready. It would just be filmed in one location because they just couldn't afford to have loads of locations. So nobody really knew how great it would be. Jennifer Aniston, she auditioned for other shows as well, and she was actually cast in a couple of others because she wasn't sure that Friends would be great, and nobody did. They knew it would be a fun experience, but nobody knew how great it would be. Which just goes to show, never give up, even with budget cuts, even though people don't believe in you, even though people want to change things. Never give up, because look at how Friends turned out. Because of hard work, great storylines, amazing one-liners, great writing, an amazing acting group, and the rest is really history. So never give up despite anything. And with that, I'm gonna end this bonanza, fact bonanza. That's what we're gonna call this. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope it's made you want to just watch Friends on Netflix continuously. And go check out the reunion if you can. It's only available in America at the moment. But hopefully they will release it out here soon, because I've seen clips already and I'm super excited. So yeah, really excited for that. Anyway, guys, I hope you have gone and checked out my blog, or will after this, and I hope you've already subscribed, given this a huge thumbs up, and check out the other videos too. Until next time, bye.